Jessie Brailsford was working on Wall Street when she decided that in her free time, she would teach kids how to bake. Her classes were so popular that her weekend hobby grew into a full-time business, becoming Taste Buds Kitchen. Today, the Taste Buds Kitchen franchise has locations throughout the country and counting.
My name is Jessie Brailsford. I'm the founder of Taste Buds Kitchen. We are a kids' kitchen by day and an adult kitchen by night. We have 12 kitchens across the country. Our flagship one is right here in New York, where I started it and lived for many years. Obviously, there's a lot of cooking schools that will teach you how to be a chef or how to open a restaurant, and that really wasn't our goal here. It was to take, the home chef, the amateur chef, the food passionist, or even just a little kid wanting to do something fun. I think our kitchen, is different. It's definitely something that we've custom designed to work for 2-year-olds and to work for 99-year-olds. We do span all ages. Our mission's culinary entertainment. We're all about having fun in the kitchen. I have such fond memories of the kitchen, not just in my house, but in my grandmother's house and in my friends' houses. We want people to come here. We want them to feel like it's home. We want them to have fun memories. With the kids, we're doing cooking camps, cooking birthday parties, cooking classes.
I want you to do this, but straight line.
We work with schools, we'll do field trips, after-school programs, really bringing the kitchen to life. Where are the Urban Foodies going today?
Today we're going to Via Quadrona.
And what are they making back in the kitchen?
They're making tiramisu cups.
That's gonna be awesome. And then with adults, we have a whole other side of our business. So, who knows what country we're going to today in the kitchen? Sunny, let's hear. Where are we going? Japan! Who's had Japanese food before? Touch your shoulder if you know. That would be Japanese food, absolutely. Everyone here has? Wow, awesome. I grew up in a really rural area of Maryland. So as a kid, I loved to bake. Hands down, I was the one making the birthday cakes, the brownies, the cookies. When my friends would come over, that's what we would do. I went to Harvard, majored in economics. I love numbers and business, so I started in finance. I moved to New York City in 2003, and I worked Wall Street for 6 or 7 years before this, so I have a very diverse background, and started Taste Buds Kitchen in 2007. Who can tell me what's on this tray? Carrots. And then what about this? Who knows what this is? What do you dip your sushi in?
Syrup.
Soy syrup. That's perfect. Soy sauce. Yeah. I always wanted to own my own business. I never really knew what it would be. I toyed with lots of different ideas. And being in the city, city of opportunities, I wanted to start a business here. And I got the idea for Taste Buds Kitchen one day, really just kind of as something I wanted to do for fun, which at that point was teach kids how to bake on the weekend. And demand was great. People loved it. I got calls, will you do my daughter's birthday party? Can you do a summer camp? And I appreciated it, but was a little bit overwhelmed. I was working 12-hour days in finance. So I really kept to once a month, maybe twice. And then kind of one thing led to another. And I said, no, I could do this. This could be the idea that I had always wanted to have and didn't know that I had had it. And we get started.
Yeah.
All right. I took a major risk in leaving my job in finance to start Taste Buds Kitchen full-time in the heart of the recession. People were losing their jobs left and right. I'm nearly positive the entire floor that I was on thought I was crazy. You're leaving to teach kids to make cupcakes. Hey, Melinda.
Hey!
Awesome, busy week.
I know, we have a lot of corporate events. The whole week is already booked. So now we're just getting everything ready for the fall semester.
Yeah, it was a lot of kind of grit and scrappiness, still is, but really in the early days. I would travel to restaurants who weren't open for lunch, and I would host classes there for kids and adults. It became very backbreaking. I would literally carry a stand mixer in a tote bag on the subway. It was my grandmother's KitchenAid in olive color that she had got as a wedding present. Oh yeah, her and my grandfather were married 62 years, so this thing is vintage. And that was all I could afford at the time, so I would put it in a tote bag and carry that around the city. My office was my apartment, and I had a very small team working from my sofa and my island, and I was kind of at this corner couch table. So that was the beginning, and demand grew. People really liked what we were offering, and then I kind of really was craving our own space. When I decided that I wanted to find a location, my mom came up to help me, and my grandmother came up to help me. So we just literally hit the pavement. I walked all around Chelsea. I felt like that was a great location because people would come down from the Upper West Side, they'd come up from downtown. The Upper East Side was the furthest, but I thought they would still come. When I first had the kitchen, clients would come and they would love our classes. And so they would ask me, will you build one in my city? So I had this long list of people who had wanted to open a Taste Buds Kitchen. So I started to look into franchising. What does that look like? What would I have to change as part of the business to make it happen? Should we move the wall a little bit this way? And when I started the business, I was single, didn't own a home. It was kind of the perfect time to take a risk. I met my husband in the city. He worked at an architecture firm about 3 blocks away. And when I decided to franchise, he kind of kept elbowing me, I'm your great next partner.
Yeah.
I like how you've done it. That looks really great. So that's what happened. My husband left his job in architecture, and we have now opened with our franchise owners, it will be 12 kitchens. And they're all across the country. We have one coming in California, we have 2 in Texas, Massachusetts, Chicago, Miami, North Carolina, Kansas. Being an entrepreneur is an emotional roller coaster. You have your highs, you have your lows. And I remember talking to my dad and saying, I'm gonna give myself 1 year. I'm not gonna question myself, I'm just gonna give myself 1 year to do this. And I hit the year mark and I'd had more highs than lows, but certainly a lot of both. And then I said, okay, I'm gonna give myself 1 more year. And so I really did that for the first 3 or 4 years because you will doubt yourself. Business is hard. You run into challenges all the time that you don't know how to solve at the beginning of the day. And hopefully by the end of the day or the end of the week or the month, you figured it out. Oh yeah, the rice. So I knew I needed to give myself that room to just keep pushing forward.
I'm scared to try the secret.
Don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid to fail. If you want to do something, then do it because life's short and no one else is going to do it for you. And if you don't do it, someone else is going to have the idea and do it, and you're going to wish you'd done it when you could. All right, awesome, guys. Now everyone save a piece for me. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to. You can eat it all.